I woke in the night with my heart pounding and my spirit trembling. A vision so clear, so consuming, swept over me that it has not left my mind since. In this dream, heaven and earth collided in a moment of unimaginable glory. The sky split open and the trumpet of God shook the very foundations of the world. I saw the rapture, God's promise fulfilled in an instant. Imagine waking up tomorrow and realizing the chance to prepare was yesterday. Imagine the sound of the trumpet echoing across the heavens, and your soul asking, was I ready? That question haunted me when I saw the rapture in my dream. It was not a vision of someday. It was a piercing reminder that readiness is not optional, and readiness cannot be postponed. Too many people live as though eternity runs on their schedule, as though God's clock waits for them to finish their plan. But the truth is simple: the moment is coming suddenly, and only those who live ready will rise in that glorious instant. Living ready does not mean living in fear, it means living in freedom. It is the freedom of knowing your heart is aligned with the one who holds eternity. When you walk in readiness, you do not carry the heavy weight of regret or the restless anxiety of delay. You live each day as if heaven could open at any second, because it truly can. And isn't that the power of hope, that life itself becomes richer, deeper, more urgent when you know eternity is near? That is the heartbeat of readiness. Picture this: a man who says, I'll turn my life around tomorrow. He spends today distracted by routine, chasing what he cannot keep, ignoring the whisper of God's Spirit. Tomorrow arrives, but the trumpet has already sounded, and he is left watching the sky with empty hand. That is the tragedy of waiting. That is the danger of someday. Procrastination is a thief, stealing eternal destiny by convincing us we still have time. But time does not belong to us. It belongs to God. But picture another scene: a woman rising early, lifting her heart in prayer, living with integrity even when no one is watching, treating others with grace because she knows her life is a witness. She does not fear the rapture, she longs for it. She lives with her bags packed for eternity, ready at a moment's notice to step into glory. That is not perfection. That is preparation. That is readiness. Hooks rise in my spirit when I think about this truth. What if the next sunrise is the last one before the trumpet sounds? What if this very heartbeat is the countdown to eternity? What if the moment you've been waiting for arrives before you finish your next sentence? These questions are not meant to frighten, they are meant to awaken. They remind us that eternity is closer than we think. Living ready means making peace with God today, not tomorrow. It means turning from distractions that dull the soul and clinging to the promises that lift it. It means guarding your heart, watching your steps, and walking in faith as if the next breath could be the one that carries you into His presence. To live ready is to live awake, alert, and alive to the reality that heaven's doors could swing open at any moment. What if the very breath you just took was one breath closer to the trumpet of heaven? What if the sunrise you saw this morning was the last before eternity broke through the sky? These questions burned into me after that dream because the truth I saw was undeniable. Readiness cannot be postponed. Too many of us drift through life with the illusion that time is abundant, that tomorrow will always give us another chance. But tomorrow is not promised, and the rapture will not send out invitations in advance. It will come suddenly in the twinkling of an eye, and only those who have chosen to live ready will rise with joy instead of despair. Living ready is not about anxiety, it is about anticipation. It is not about pacing in fear, but about walking in freedom. Imagine the peace of knowing that when the trumpet sounds, you won't scramble and panic, you will rise in glory. That is the difference between the one who waits for someday and the one who lives as if today could be the day. One is weighed down by delay, the other is lifted by expectation. Think about the man who tells himself, I'll get serious about God tomorrow. He knows the truth, he feels the pull of conviction, but he silences it with excuses. He buries himself in the noise of his schedule, the pursuit of money, the endless scroll of distraction. But then the moment comes, swift, final, unrepeatable, and his tomorrow never arrives. What good were his plans when the sky split open? That image should shake us because it reveals the deception of procrastination. Every delay whispers a lie, you still have time. But the clock of heaven does not run on our schedule. Now think of another picture, a woman who wakes each morning with her heart turned upward. She faces the same struggles, the same bills, the same pressures, but she carries a deeper awareness. Every choice she makes is touched by eternity. She prays, she forgives, she gives generously, she treats each day as an offering, because she knows her life is a testimony. She doesn't cower at the thought of the rapture, she longs for it. Her lamp is lit, her heart is ready, her eyes are lifted. That is not perfection, it is preparation. That is what it means to live ready. And here is the piercing hook that will not leave me. What if heaven's trumpet interrupts your next breath? What if the decision you've been postponing is the one that determines your eternity? What if you are one heartbeat away from forever? These are not scare tactics, they are wake-up calls. They remind us that eternity is closer than the next sunrise. Living ready means living awake. It means shaking off the fog of distraction and the weight of excuses. It means guarding your heart from compromise and filling your life with faith, because every day could be the day the sky opens. To live ready is to carry eternity in your pocket, hope in your heart, and urgency in your steps, knowing that when the call comes, you will not hesitate, you will not fear, you will rise.